how much sleep do you need? Now, think about what your first reaction was. 6, 7, 8 hours, I don't really know. Well, the thing is, most people actually do know how much sleep they need because they've programmed themselves to it and they've gotten used to it. And that's fine, we do need a certain amount of sleep. What is interesting is that we know how much sleep we need before we fall asleep. We can actually feel that. So we'll say, okay, I'm used to getting 8 hours, I need my 8 hours. And you look at your watch and say, oh, I can only get 6, so I will be tired tomorrow. And you know what happens? Well, you do, don't you? Because you wake up the next morning and you are tired because already before you fell asleep, you decided you were going to be tired because already before you gave the 6 hours a chance, you decided it wasn't enough, that you would be tired when you woke up. Now, what is interesting is that we can break that pattern. If we say, okay, I have 6 hours, I'm going to sleep well. I'm going to give myself good 6 hours, and then that is going to help me tomorrow. You can decide that before you fall asleep. Now, what is interesting is how much sleep do you need when you're in love? Now, I'm sure you're sitting back home now in your office and you're smiling because when you're in love, you don't need that much sleep, do you? I do a lot of speaks around the world, and what I see is when I ask people that, and I ask how much sleep do you need when you're in love, people go like, none, or almost nothing, or I don't want to sleep. Why? Because we have a different purpose, okay? Of course we need sleep, but when we're in love, we suppress that. You know, even though we're slightly tired, we're driven by energy, endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, we're driven by that. You know, that keeps us going. That wonderful free, good form of doping is legal, it's unlimited if you let it go. It fills us up. I mean, it's like, you know, big problems are small and small problems, they don't exist. You know, we help old ladies across the street because we have a surplus of energy. If there's no old ladies, we help somebody else across the street. We just want to make a difference. We smile to people in the supermarket. We help our colleagues because we have a surplus. We're in love. We feel energized. There's a purpose. And small conflicts or problems, whatever. That's not going to spoil my good mood or my wonderful feeling of being in love. Now, you might come into work one day like this, you know, smiling and your arms are like this and you go like, hey, good morning. And your colleagues will say, wow, you're smiling, you look happy, you look well rested, had a good night's sleep, and your arms goes up like this and you go like, didn't sleep at all. And your colleagues will look at you and they'll go like, oh, hang on, he's in love, that'll pass. And the thing is, it does. Scientists have done a lot of research in this, and some say that being in love is some form of mild insanity. And of course, none of us want to be insane, I guess, even though a little insanity helps a lot of people, doesn't it? And the average being in love period is about 9 months. I mean, the exact time it takes to reproduce. Now, elephants, they're in love for 2 years, or they're pregnant for 2 years, so that gives them something to work with here. But what is interesting is that I love being in love. I think it's wonderful to be in love all the time with another wonderful human being, with life, and with yourself. I mean, why not be in love with yourself? You want other people to love you and fall in love with you. Fall in love with yourself for what you really are and what you really can achieve. Now, at a certain point, we go like this, no, I can't run around like this all the time. And you know that sensation when the actual in-love, or if you're lucky, the in-love has turned into pure love, which is good. But one day you're finding yourself in bed, you're looking at your clock radio next to you, and it's like 11:58. And you go like, oh, I know, when I have zeros in that display, I will be tired tomorrow. And you go like, close your eyes, relax in my body, and you desperately try to fall asleep before midnight. And you open your eyes, boom, zeros in the display. And this sensation goes through your body, like when you think you lost your keys and you go like, oh, I'm gonna be tired in the morning. And yes, you are, because when you wake up in the morning, you're tired because body and mind have been talking to each other all night and saying, remember, you're tired. I know, it was way over midnight. Now that's what happens when you're not in love. You focus on these things that doesn't really support your life or help you. Now give the positive things a chance. Energize yourself with what you have and be in love. Be in love. Love yourself, love the world, love people. Allow yourself to be loved and allow yourself to love yourself for who you really are. Because the more you show genuine love for who you are and what you can achieve, the more people will see the true you. So think about this. How much sleep do you need right now?